Do you love me any less now that I don't have perfect pitch? Maybe you'll love me more when I have it back, if I ever get it back. Hello. I thought today would be the day I finally address the question, where did my perfect pitch go? My mom always told me that I could sing before I could talk. I grew up around music. My mom sang in the Metropolitan Opera in the ladies' chorus, and my brother and I sang with her in the children's chorus. So music was a really strong part of my identity when I was growing up. And even though rewatching this footage is slightly cringeworthy, I remember at the time that I felt really, really special. And that's all because of one thing. I had perfect pitch. What is perfect pitch? Let's ask the internet. What is perfect pitch?
Here's some information.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look it up. Perfect pitch refers to a person's ability to identify any musical note by name after hearing it, without reference to other notes. Perfect pitch, also known more technically as absolute pitch, can also refer to the ability that some singers have to sing a given note on cue. So yeah, I grew up with that. For me, having perfect pitch was like having a superpower. I didn't know anyone else with perfect pitch, or if I did, we certainly didn't talk about it. This was like a God-given talent. I know that sounds really obnoxious to say, but I felt like it proved that I was musically gifted. You know, I sucked at sports, I was just an average student, but when it came to music, I felt like it all came so easily. I sang with this a cappella group, Onomatopoeia, shout out. And they called me the human pitch pipe because they didn't need a pitch pipe. When I was around, I could just tell them what note the song started on. And I felt really special. I really did. After I graduated, I focused on non-musical performing. I became an actress. And aside from the occasional musical theater audition, I just stopped singing and playing piano completely. And my piano, this piano, just became a very expensive picture holder. It was around this time that my perfect pitch started to go away. I discovered this in my mid-30s when I was on tour with a band in Europe called Edie Sedgwick. I was filling in last minute as a favor for a college friend, and when the rehearsals began, I started to realize that my perfect pitch was off by like just half a step. After a month of touring, I found that I was able to get it back. So I thought, great, I'm singing again. I'm listening to music regularly. My perfect pitch is back. And then I stopped playing piano and listening to music and doing anything musical for several years. And I joined an adult choir recently, or a year ago. That's pretty recent, right? And that's when I discovered my perfect pitch was gone again. Everything was off by just half a step. So I thought maybe what had happened when I was on tour with Edie Sedgwick was that my tonal memory had come back just for certain songs. But my ability to just pluck a note out of thin air, it seemed like it was just gone. So I did what any person who has lost perfect pitch would probably do. I Googled it. And what I found was that this is pretty common and that it's not just something that affects musicians who have stopped being musicians. It is something that happens with age. And I'm uncomfortable with that. I'm really uncomfortable with that, actually. So I want to do a little experiment. I want to see if I can try and get my perfect pitch back again. And I know I'll have to keep it up, but what I'd like to do is take the next month, that's my cutoff date, a month, and see how long it takes for me to get back to the place that I was before. This is completely unscientific, but I don't know where else to go. It's not like I can go to the ear doctor and say, hey doc, I don't have perfect pitch anymore. What can you give me for that? And I'm not taking music classes. This is my very low stakes, unofficial experiment to see what happens if I commit myself every single day to try to see if I can retrain my ear. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but I guess we'll see. And well, I guess we'll see how long it takes, right? This is day one. Here we go. Very nervous. Okay, so I think middle C is I think that's middle C. Wrong, I'm off. I'm singing closer to B. I think I sang, oh my God, it was even more. It was more than half a step. It was completely off a full step. I think I was singing, I thought a B flat was a C. Okay, so now that I know that that's a C, this is humbling. Okay, so that's a C. So then I think an F sharp is okay, so my relative pitch is still there. It's day 2 and already I don't want to do this. I'm realizing that what I should have done yesterday after I incorrectly identified middle C was to play piano, to get notes into my head again for the rest of the day, but I didn't do that. Can I do this every single day for the next 30 days? And should you be a witness to it? I don't think so. I don't think that's what I should be doing, but I don't know. I've committed to it this far, and I'm just stalling because I don't want to admit on camera that I don't know where middle C is anymore. So I think it's is it? Day 2. Middle C, right? Middle C. Fuck. There's my name at the top. This is from my piano teacher. She was German. Her name was Mrs. Holland. Actually, I have a photo of her right here. That's Mrs. Holland. Lived to the ripe age of 100. She wrote, "To my dear student Lynn, on the day of her performance of the Fantasy in D minor," it didn't say D minor, but I think I remember it being in D minor, by Mozart, 2nd December 1989, Jeanette B. Holland. We're gonna practice piano today. I just heard it, middle C, middle C, middle C, middle C. Let's try this again, middle C. Yes, see? Okay, that's promising, that's promising. Middle C, middle C. Holy shit! I did it. 3 days? Really? I'll be back tomorrow. It's almost the end of the next day, and I've been putting this off because yesterday really freaked me out because it felt like a fluke. Like, I really couldn't have gotten back my perfect pitch that quickly. Could I have? So I'm gonna try something different than middle C today. I'm gonna think of a song I know really, really well, and that I know what key it's in. and see if I can, if it's correct. So I'll think of the Beatles, Blackbird. Believe it's in G major. Starts on a G. And I believe he sings, blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Oh, nope. See? It was a fluke! Shit! Blackbird singing in the dead of night. It was a fluke. It was a fucking fluke. It was a fucking fluke! I can't handle this. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you're only waiting for this moment to rise. That is a G. Fuck. It was a fluke. There's a lot of noise happening. They're doing construction outside. I'm doing laundry. And it's been less than a week that I've been doing this. And already I want to give up. I think yesterday was very discouraging for me. Because I did put this out on social media saying that I was doing this, and I offered to talk to other people who are also losing their perfect pitch, and everyone else was like, yeah, I'm losing it too. This happens as you get older. It's like your vision goes, your hearing goes, these things go, and it feels almost silly to try to hold on to this part of me that's inevitably going away. It has been going away forever. It's like going gray or any other natural thing that happens when you age. So I still want to commit to this project. It's just that sitting here every day and saying, this is a C, and then going and seeing if that is a C is, it's like stepping on a scale, which for me is very loaded, triggering, full of emotional weight that doesn't need to be there. So my goal is to complete the 30 days by practicing piano every day. I'll learn a new piece, so that I'm like engaging all of the brain stuff, musical memory, linking my hands, linking my head, linking my heart. And at the end of 30 days, we'll see where we're at. So I'm gonna learn Clair de Lune. Everyone knows and loves this song. Good old Clair de Lune. There's so many flats. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flats. We're in the key of D flat. day 30 of my perfect pitch challenge. I have spent the last 30 days every single day playing piano or singing a song or learning a new piece or playing a piece and seeing if I could identify what key it was in. I've gone online and taken a few perfect pitch tests, and what I found was a few things. Number one, my perfect pitch has not come back. I mean, it kind of sort of has, but it's almost like I'm trying to describe the color red, and in my heart I know it's red, but because I know that the world doesn't see it as red anymore, I'll say pink. But my heart isn't thinking pink, my heart is thinking red. So for example, when I say that this is a C, in my heart, I'm thinking C, but because I know that I'm off and I've been off for 30 days, I instead will say, this is a C, ooh, without cracking. This is a C, see? Sorry, bad joke. So it's almost like I'm self-adjusting, but it doesn't feel real to me. What's funny is, as I sat and I watched all of these videos about losing your perfect pitch, or how do I know if I have perfect pitch, or perfect pitch test videos, and as I talked to other people about this common theme came up where it almost felt like having perfect pitch was like, I said this earlier in the video, I think, having a superpower. Like I even saw a video of this young musician on, what was it? The Tonight Show or Late Night, or was it Jimmy Kimmel? What was it? Anyway, there was a video and they were like freaking out the talk show by just naming keys and naming notes. And I remember doing that, like being a human pitch pipe for people when I was younger, and it just made me feel so special. But something I think I've realized in the last 30 days is that I don't need to be special anymore. I'm reaching a point in my life where I would so much rather be happy and accept what's actually happening, and accept that I'm aging, and accept that things that once made me special don't necessarily make me special anymore. And if anything, I'm really grateful that I still am able to play, that I still have my fingers, that I still have my hearing, that I'm still able to sit down and learn a new piece. Like, that's incredible. That's great. That's great that something I haven't played in decades, I can sit down and figure it out on my own. And I think that's special. I guess I kind of sort of got it back in the sense that like I can name, albeit slowly and a little bit off, what notes are still, but I guess I just don't care. Yeah, I just don't care anymore. I think it would be very different if I was a musician still, a professional musician at least. For the last few decades, music has only been for me. It's just been something for me. It's to make me happy. And so if I can learn to accept and embrace that my perfect pitch is not gone, it's just off. If I can accept myself, then who cares, right? So, has this video been a waste of time? Absolutely not, because I feel much more at peace with the loss of something that was so much a part of my identity. But ultimately, we started off this video with me losing my perfect pitch, and we're ending it with me still losing my perfect pitch. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being along on this journey with me. I've been uploading random videos of me just playing songs here and there, songs I've written when I was much younger, waiting, hoping that one day I would show it to the world as like, I don't know, the next, like a young Asian Tori Amos one day. And I'm absolutely not, and that's okay. And whatever it is that makes you special, hold on to it, appreciate it, thank it, and know that it could change. And then appreciate that too. I feel like I should be ending this with some sort of music, but I actually think it's better if it's just silent, so.